I'm going to attempt to produce the drop of a song in just 2 minutes, and then I'm going to talk about 3 ways you can work smarter, not harder, when it comes to making music. Alright, I've got a timer up with a completely blank project. I'm not going to talk that much while I do this so I can focus. Let's do it. Let's duplicate those. Don't need the last one. Let's pull up a lead sound, a chord sound, a bass sound, and an ARP sound. Let's get a drum beat in here. Let's record the chords. Let's turn the drum beat down. Record the chords here. Let's fix those wrong notes. Let's make them a little longer. Let's record the lead. Alright, let's fix those notes too. Let's make them longer. Let's make sure none of them overlap. So at this point, I'm just trying to input the notes I want. It'll sound terrible until I make the notes longer and add a big reverb and delay. Let's send all the instruments to the same bus with sidechain on it. I didn't have enough time to test how things sound, so you have to wait till the end of the 2 minutes to hear everything together. I have no piano skills at all, so I'm drawing the MIDI for the bass line, which is just going to play the root notes of the chords. Alright, that should sound fine. Let's get the ARP sound in there, 19 seconds left. And for this ARP sound, I just wanted it to play the same rhythm as the bass line, but hold one note in the key of the track. Loop that. Actually, should loop all of these. See how that sounds. Alright, wow, I think we actually got a full idea down. So that obviously doesn't sound amazing, but the whole idea is there. I can easily build out a full track from this idea. Here's how it ended up sounding after I spent a little more time working on it. Talk about 3 ways you can level up your workflow, and at the end I'll give you a little thought exercise to explain why all of this is important. The first tip is to save the drums for later. I'm sure you noticed for the drums, all I did was drag in a full drum loop. That's because drum programming takes a really long time to find the right sounds and the right groove and layering all of that together. And the thing is, 99% of people listening to your music aren't going to walk away from it thinking about the drums. Us music producers are the 1% there. We'll walk away from a track thinking about what clap sample you used, but nobody else will do that. What everyone is going to remember is the main melody from a lead synth or the lead vocal in the chorus. So to save time, just start by dragging in a drum loop and then write your lead and your chords and your bass line to that drum loop. A lot of the time the ideas I write suck, but doing it this way, I can just easily move on to the next idea without having wasted hours on fine-tuning drums for a song that doesn't matter. And once you write an idea that you really like, then you can replace the drum loop and fine-tune the drums and spend as much time messing around with the drum programming as you want. Let's move on to the second tip, which is to save channel strips of your favorite sounds. This is how I can just click one button and pull up one of my favorite sounds that has all the effects I want already on it. Let's say I really like one of the sounds from a song I already finished. I can just click the top of the channel and hit Save Channel Strip Setting As, then I'll type in a name and save it. Then in any project in the future, I can just pull it back up with all the effects already on it. This way, when you're writing song ideas, you don't need to waste time on making something sound good. You can just focus on the important part, which is the songwriting. And we can take this one step further with drum sounds. I can load all my favorite kick samples into a sampler, and then I'll save that channel strip setting. That way I can pull up all my favorite kicks, claps, hats, and percussion by just clicking one button. And using similar sounds over multiple tracks isn't actually a bad thing. It's what starts to create your signature sound. By the way, you can do all these things in Ableton and FL Studio. It's just a slightly different process. Now, the third tip is my favorite one. Keep your toolbox light. A lot of time people have so many presets and plugins and samples installed on their computer that it's impossible to find the sound they're looking for. Check this out when I open Serum. If I go to the drop-down menu, I only have 4 packs installed. I have 3 of my own packs from BigZSounds.com and 1 other pack. I deleted every other pack that was in there, including the factory presets, because I was never using them. And look when I opened the synth Vital. It's the same thing. I just have 2 of my packs in there because I like the sounds, and that's it. Same with sample packs. I just keep all my favorite sample packs in a folder right here, and if I find I'm not using any of them, I just delete it. Another part of your toolbox is plugins. I recommend having 1 really good plugin for each category. For the most part, you'll just see me use 1 compressor, 1 reverb, 1 delay, 1 transient designer, 1 EQ, 1 stereo imager, 1 volume shaper. You get the point. In each of those categories, I just try to find 1 plugin I like a lot, and I try to learn it like the back of my hand so I know it really well. So now for the reason all of this stuff is important. Let's say producer A makes 2 song ideas in a month and chooses the best one to finish and release. Then let's say producer B makes 20 song ideas in a month and chooses the best one to finish and release. If the producers are the same skill level, I can almost guarantee you that producer B will have a better song. Not only does he have more ideas to choose from, but he can experiment more, which means he can learn from his mistakes more often and get better faster. Thanks for watching. Peace.